Aloha, I'm Glenn Martinez of Olomana Gardens, located in Waimanalo, Hawaii. I'd like to introduce you to an animation of our displacement pump. It's a one-barrel displacement pump, 155-gallon barrel. Most of our airlifts use air bubbles to lift water, but sometimes you need to move water sideways immediately and you need a steady flow of water without the bubbles or the burping. This is for doing things like feeding and nursery sprayers would be a very good example. So here's the displacement pump we designed. Now here at Olomana Gardens, aquaponics is all about water, and we just really love it. And we're hoping you enjoy this and you find it educational. So here we go. We have a fish tank mounted up on concrete blocks, as you see there. And right now it's turned off, like as if you walked out in the morning and it hadn't been run. The fish tank would have gone down and would have filled up the 55-gallon barrel, okay? And normally that fish tank would be 200 gallons or more. You never like to take out more than 25 or 30% of the water out of a fish tank for cycling. Now the purpose of doing this is to have the water go into this 55-gallon barrel, and it's going to pump out along that blue line you see on the bottom there and then up on the side. And when you see on there, you could pump this anywhere you wanted to go, to a biofilter, a swirl filter, etc. You would probably not be going back just to the fish tank. Wouldn't be much point in that. But just for the demonstration to show you how the pump works, we're doing this. We're not showing a totally integrated system. So we're going to get started here. I'm going to show you what it's like. I'm going to click here on the green, and that's going to start the air compressor you see up over here. And now the air is going to flow across. The electric solenoid here now is closed. The air is being forced down into the 55-gallon barrel, as you see there. And the water is being forced out, along, up, over, and down into the fish tank, and the fish tank will top off. Okay? Pretty straightforward, right? So now the 55-gallon barrel is timed out. Now what we're using to time this is a thing called it's a little electric switch. It has an on time and off time, okay? They're called cycle timers, okay? They go on and off. So we set it for like, we want to pump the water out for 4 minutes, and then we want 2 minutes to fill it up. So now we're going to go the fill-up cycle. Now, in the fill-up cycle, I want to start it here. Now, notice that the solenoid here turned green. That lets the air come out here, and that means all the air in this barrel is escaping up and out. That lets the fish water swing this red check valve here open. The water came down and went into the 55-gallon barrel. Now you're cocked and loaded, ready to go again. The solenoid times out, and lo and behold, now we'll go, the valves will open up, we'll pump down, and we'll fill the tank back up. And we'll just keep cycling like this until we have the whole thing full up. So air goes out, water moves in through here, okay? It's just that simple, folks. So you only have a few moving parts. You've got the little check valve over here that keeps the water standing in here. Otherwise, this water would drain down each cycle back into it. You'd end up pumping it right back up again. That would be silly. This one here is just a swing valve that when this air, this red here, the green here, your solenoid, when it turned red, that's when it closes. When it closes, it forced the air down here. And when it did that, that forced that close. And that way, all the air pressure is pumping the water out the blue here. That's about it. Pretty straightforward. Now, the biggest advantage of the displacement of a pump is that it's silent. It gives you 1 gallon of water output for every gallon of air you compressed into the drum. The water can be pumped sideways or any angle. Hook up a garden hose to it. Most of my airlifts have to go straight up. They're burper pumps or pipe-in-a-pipe pump. And the air is displacing the water and pushing up. And they can be a bit noisy. The only sound you hear from this one is the air escaping when the solenoid releases air at the fill the drum cycle, and that can be muffled very easily with a couple of 45s. The only moving parts, as we mentioned, is the electric solenoid and a couple of those one-way check valves. So that's about it, folks. Any more information, please go to our webpage, olomanagardens.com. We sell books on plans, how to build these things. And if you like videos, we go to OlomanaGardenAquaponics.com. Think you'll enjoy that very much.